Right. You there, sir?
How's it going?
He's there. We're joined by the mighty Pendulum in the house. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Finally.
Yeah.
I've just spent a whole hour pooping myself.
Got a bit caught up in traffic at midnight on a Wednesday, so...
Yeah, you know it goes. So, we're here to talk about the album and about Pendulum. Where did it all start? Where's it all going? Where are we all at? So...
Well, basically started when me and Gareth met Paul, who was managing a nightclub at the time, and we were supposed to do a live set. And basically at the last minute a hard drive crashed and we had to get Paul to fill in and do a set for us. After the set he said he'd been producing himself. We went back to mine and tried to hammer out a track, and that first one was Vault.
So prior to that you was a live act?
Live acting, just doing our own separate things.
In what all three of you were separate then, or?
Yeah, just doing separate things. And then...
So what did you do?
A bit of everything really, just around Perth.
Being very vague about it all. A little bit of everything. Don't talk about it live on there.
No, there's a few terrible things.
Oh, is there? Alright.
Which I can't drag out.
So then you joined up, did the Vault. The Vault went out on 31 Records.
Yep.
Via Doc Scott.
Yep.
Blew up the place and sort of set you crash bang into the whole forefront of it all.
Yeah.
It wasn't sort of an easy ride in. It wasn't a gradual ride up for you. Like, it was just like bang.
That's it. I mean, we hadn't really done anything before that. So it was basically just, in a matter of like weeks, just suddenly finding out people were playing our tracks all over the place and just pretty unreal.
I mean, it must put a sort of, after the success of that, you must have had a bit of pressure on your head, like from going, because most people come in, they do a couple of, it's a slow sort of gradual build up a ladder, whereas you sort of just like, boom.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, what's next?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we had TB actually come to Perth and say, well, you're screwed now because you're never going to be able to follow that one up. And we were just like, okay, well.
What, TB?
It's on.
Yeah, so obviously that, Another Planet, all building up to this album project that, a lot of people have been waiting on, and there is a lot of killers on there. Even just going on the show, the amount of people that text in, it's usually, like one or two tracks from an album, but they're sort of right across the board. I get them a lot.
No, wicked.
So, when's it released?
It's released July 26th in 5 or 6 days.
And where do we go from that? Obviously, there's that remix you did for
the Prodigy. Yeah, there's the Voodoo People remix coming out on the album, on their Greatest Hits album. And there's also the single of Slam and Out Here, which is coming out at the end of next month.
Because Tarantula's obviously done really well. Everybody's loving it. And also a lot of people picking up on the sort of breaks tune on the flip side.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
Freestylers that, when I didn't even hear it. Before I heard it, I saw the promo out there and I just knew, I'm like, we get you two together. It's very different. If you, alongside freestylers, do a crap breakbeat tune, then there's something really wrong there,
Yeah, exactly.
Because people are like, have you checked it out? It's really good. And I'm like, well, it's supposed to be, isn't it? But it's all good. So it's not just drum and bass all the way. You've put a couple of little different flavours. You showcase everything from sort of mellow end to what people would expect from you. So I suppose, are you happy with it? Most artists, even sometimes when their album's successful, can be like, oh God, it killed me. I remember seeing you at Homelands looking white as a sheet, and I was like, you was like, we got one more track to do.
Oh man, it did cast. We spent way too long to shut off in the studio. I remember going out for the first time after that and just not knowing what to do.
So you must sort of now, it's all done, the pressure's off, or do you feel pressured because it's not out yet, or do you sort of feel like now I can rest and sort of move on to the next chapter?
There's a bit of pressure until it's out, I think, but I think we're all happy with it.
Yeah, I think it's a very good album. A lot of drum and bass artists do albums, like solo albums, and they don't really come across that well. Like they're more like just a selection of 12s, or like they're not different enough. But I think I think you've done it as well as people could expect of you. So.
Yeah, I hope so. But we try to approach it from sort of the point of view of a band making an album rather than just a drum and bass producer.
And you also put in different, as I said, different. Even a band can sort of have every tune can kind of be on the same tip, and,
exactly.
and it's like, all right, you might like them individually, but listening one after the other can get boring. Whereas I think you've kind of hit it Bang on.
Cheers.
So I wish you all the luck with it. Anything else? What's coming up next? What's in the future?
Well, for the near future, all we're doing is touring. We've got the Australian tour next month, and then straight after that, we've got the US tour.
So you're going from one straight to the other. Hell, you're
Yeah.
going to come back white as a When you're having a holiday, young man? When you're having a holiday?
I don't know, man. I just need to go sit on a beach for a while.
You do.
Away from speakers.
Because I think in this game you get right caught up in it. You know, like you constantly will do it, I do it, and then when you do have a holiday, you really do realise I needed that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
because I remember not holidaying for years. I remember sitting with Andy C once in Germany, and I was like, "Mate, you look green," and he was like, "Gosh, do I look green?" And we had the kettle, you know, like in the morning, at 6 o'clock, the breakfast. I'm looking. I was like, "Mate, have a holiday." Now he holidays more often, and he's not green anymore. So, any collaborations? Obviously, there was a little collaboration with the Freestylers. There's the one, you know, like come out earlier on the year with Baron.
Yep.
But
there should be something with Sub Focus coming out on the Jungle Sound 2
on the album.
Yeah,
what's that about? October, November time. I think.
Yeah,
I
that
spoke with Adam yesterday about it.
should be around that time. The track's called Virgin Androids, and we're just making it at the moment. So,
Oh, good. More collaborations, or are you just trying to really keep it solo?
just really trying to work with people who we think can bring something to the whole production process. I
That
think.
you're not, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. And what about websites? And you know, like, is it just Dogs on Acid, or is there a Pendulum website yet?
No, there'll be a Pendulum website up at the end of this month, hopefully, and that's www.planetpendulum.com.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything we've missed out or anything that you specifically want to talk about. This is the most serious interview I've ever. Usually I'm just taking a piss.
I think we've covered it.
All right, and now I forgot what I was gonna say. One other thing. No, it's gone. It's bloody gone. No, it's gone. It's gone. So the website. Blah, 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 blah. So we'll get in the mix then. Any shouts before we wrap up this short but interesting interview?
Shouts to the DOA crew who I told about this mix about half an hour before I left. So no one's probably cottoned on.
So right, we got Pendulum in the mix for the next half hour, and we're going to squeeze in that oldie but goodie near the end. So once again, thanks for coming in. I wish you all the best with the album. You deserve all the success
Cheers,
that
mate.
you get.
Cheers.
Peace. Right, he's just going to get his records ready. Get his mixing fingers going. Right, after this one, Pendulum in the mix. In the background, Anger Management, SS, this is the remix. Check out a bit of Pendulum.
True players down. True players down. True players sound. Sounds of the heart.
Once again, we've got Pendulum mixing it up. I think we might even have to cut it short. For about 25 minutes we're going to give him. It would have been 30, but his cab was late. It's a DJ excuse. someone texting in for me to cut up 2 copies of Masochist. I'm not in the mix, mate. It's Pendulum. If you just locked on, we got the mighty Pendulum in the mix right now. The text lines are closed, so there's a few up there that I'll try and read out, but I don't want to distress his mix, so, you know. He's really working hard. Once again, in the background, we got Pendulum in the mix. Guest this week. Got about 10 minutes left of their mix. Week 100.
DJ hype inside the facility. Kiss 100, keep it locked.
Right, that's it. Got to say big up to Pendulum for the last sort of 25 minutes. They wanted to mix longer, but we didn't have time. But once again, thanks for the mighty Pendulum coming in this week. It's about the end of the show. We're going to end with an oldie but goodie, and believe me, it is a real oldie. All I know is called Prophecy. We were just looking on the internet to try and find out what the original label and everything is, but all I'll tell you is the catalogue number is MDF14. Alright, send this one out to MC Navigator. And anyone that used to go orange at the Rocket, Chris Paul. I've actually got a tune of his I'm going to play next week. So I'm going to leave you this one, Prophecy, 1992. Oh, I feel old. See you next week.
The original Rough Ride, DJ Hype on Kiss 100. This is MC Dead, roll in.